Hi everyone, welcome here. If you're new here, my name is Gypsy. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you for coming back and watching another video. Hi everyone, welcome here. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you for coming back and watching another video. So today is all about being a dog owner specifically while trying to be both a minimalist and someone who lives sustainably. And if you haven't met this beautiful lady right here, this is my 3-year-old pup, Gypsy. I don't think she is going to want to stay here with me the whole video, but wanted to at least introduce you so you could see her cute little face. There you go. Good girl. All right, if you've been around this channel for a while, you know that Gypsy is my first dog and also known as the light of my life. So I don't know everything about being a dog owner, and I definitely don't know everything about being a sustainable dog owner, but I will share with you what I do know, and everybody does things a little bit differently. So I guess what I'm trying to say is be nice in the comments. I feel like pet owners are really passionate, and every time I talk about my dog, there's some people telling me I'm doing it wrong. So thank you in advance for any input that you have, but let's keep it nice. Sound good? Great, let's talk about dogs. So as a minimalist, I don't have a lot for Gypsy. I kind of have one of pretty much anything that you would need for a dog, with the exception of toys. We have probably like 5 or 6 toys for her, all that kind of serve different purposes. They're different types of play or different types of things that she could do with the toy. So I thought I'd just take you through some of the things that we have for her, some sustainable solutions that we have found for our dog. So first up, let's talk about her collar. So this collar is made of hemp and all of the hardware on it is made of metal. So this is from a company called ifitbarks.com. And anything that I mention, if it has a link, I will link to it in the description box down below. I love this collar. I think it's a good alternative. A lot of collars are made sort of a polyester type material, and usually hardware is plastic. So this is really durable, really high quality, lasts a really long time. Would definitely recommend. Next up is her leash. So this leash was actually made for her by a friend of ours using upcycled climbing rope and carabiner. It's really knotted right now. I was in a rush when I got back from her walk and just like crumpled it up and threw it in there. Okay, here we go. So what I love about this leash, besides that all the pieces are upcycled, is that there's a couple ways to use it. So if I'm just trying to clip her in quickly, you can put the carabiner through the loop in here and then clip the carabiner to her collar. Or you can also make this into a harness. So her head would slip through the loop, the rope goes around her torso, ties over top, and then it's a self-tightening harness. So again, a friend of ours made this, so I don't think I could tell you where to get something like this, but it's really easy to take any rope and kind of upcycle it into any type of leash for your dog. Next up is a backpack. So this is a newer purchase that we made for Gypsy, and it's from Roughwear, which I will say is not really a sustainable company, but I wanted to include this on the list because it does kind of align with some sustainable minimal practices that I kind of believe in. So there are a lot of dog backpacks out on the market, and we picked this one because it is very high quality. This is the type of thing where we really hope to buy it once, invest in it, and hope that it lasts for Gypsy's whole, hopefully very, 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 very long life. I hike a lot with Gypsy, and so this backpack allows her to carry her own food, water, and poop bags, which is really, really nice. And it also allows her to carry her own poop bag when it's full too. So one of the worst things is packing out your dog's poop if they poop out in the wild. It's not that fun, but I can put it into one of the pockets or tie it to the outside of the backpack and then she can carry it herself. Love that for me. And I just wanted to include this on the list because it is a really key piece of gear that we have for our dog as minimalist. She wears this almost every day when we go and explore out in the desert. Speaking of poop, next up are poop bags. There is all sorts of debate out there on the internet of what the most sustainable thing to do with your dog poop is. I am not claiming to know the correct answer. I just know that what we do is use a compostable poop bag. There are several different types of poop bags out there. If you're gonna go this route, You do want to make sure that the bag is compostable and not just biodegradable so that it does in fact break down when you dispose of it. So we use Bako bags. Again, I will include a link to them down below. I will say that if you have a very big dog that has very large poops, this might not work for you. They are a little bit on the thinner side. Gypsy is 45 pounds and these work just fine for her, but I could see how a larger excretion might get kind of heavy for this bag. So just keep that in mind if you do have a larger dog. Next up is a grooming brush. This is the Sleek Easy brush. It has a wooden handle with a metal comb on it. This brush is incredible. It works so much better than the other brush that we were using. And I will say I only have one other brush to compare it to, which was just a bamboo brush that we were using. I think I got it maybe on Earth Hero. I can't recall, but this is a completely different tool. This works so much better. I actually think that this particular kind of brush was developed originally for grooming horses, but it's for all types of pets. And Gypsy loves being brushed with this, especially on her neck. We call it spa day when she gets to get a little brush. It does such a good job of getting the hair out. Her coat is so soft and shiny after we brush her with this. I will say I don't know how good or effective it would be on a longer hair dog, but for Gypsy's short hair, this is incredible. All right, next up we have toothpaste and a toothbrush. So we do brush Gypsy's teeth every single night on the recommendation of our vet. I know not everybody does that or not all dogs need that, but that is something that our vet told us we should be doing with Gypsy. So we use this Black Sheep toothpaste. The toothbrush is also made by Black Sheep. And what I like about this is that it does come in a sustainable glass container. It's all natural ingredients. It's mostly made of baking soda, coconut oil, peppermint, and I think there's some glycerin in here as well. It's from a Canadian company. She really enjoys the flavor of it. She gets very excited to brush her teeth. And for the toothbrush, the handle of it is compostable. The bristles are nylon, so we'll just have to pull those out and throw them away before we compost the toothbrush handle. But honestly, this was the most sustainable option I could find. I think the bristles need to be really soft for a dog, and so nylon seemed to be the only good solution for that. All right, let's talk about food. So for Gypsy's food, we just switched to a brand called Petaluma. And what I like about this brand personally is, first of all, Gypsy loves it. She gets very excited for her mealtime, even more than the food that we were using before. But Petaluma is a really sustainable company. So their entire facility is all solar powered that they produce and manufacture all of the food in. They are a B certified corporation. They participate in 1% for the planet. They are completely carbon neutral company, and they're doing some really interesting things with their packaging to be more sustainable. So right now their packaging is craft paper on the outside, and then it's a thin layer of plastic on the inside. So right now you can't recycle or compost their food packaging. The reason for that, and they're very transparent about this on their website, is that for the food to be shelf stable, it needs to be airtight from things like moisture and oxygen, and it's hard to do that without plastic. But instead of making the entire thing plastic, they've minimized the plastic as much as possible, so it's just a very thin layer on the inside. So it does use significantly less plastic than a traditional dog food bag would, while still keeping the food shelf stable. And they're working towards solutions to find a replacement for that plastic liner that is compostable, so my hope is that they move towards that in the future. And I do buy the food in bulk, so once a month we get a big, I think it's 18-pound bag delivered. And honestly, I just like them as a company. If you check out their website, they're really upfront and transparent about everything about their company and who they are and how they produce their food and why they make certain decisions about their products that they do. And honestly, a few weeks ago, I actually had an issue where it looked like my delivery of the food was not going to show up on time, and I was nervous that Gypsy was going to run out of food and we were going to have to find something else for her to eat. And I emailed them, and because they're a small company, they emailed me back immediately, like an actual person emailed me back. And they handled the situation in a really great way. Not only did they answer my email immediately, but she refunded me the full amount of that month's bag of food. She overnighted me a bag, and she sent me another 5-pound bag overnight just in case the first one didn't get there. And that's the advantage of shopping small, right? You get this personalized experience where you feel really confident that your dog's going to be taken care of and that you'll be taken care of as a customer. And as for the nutrition that's within the food, I'll just say this, Gypsy just had to have a full blood workup done at the vet and she got an A+. She passed with flying colors. She is a very healthy girl. So yeah, I'd say the food's working really well for us. All right, next up are treats. So I will say that I don't feel like we found the perfect treat yet, you know, something that Gypsy loves, that are sustainable and that have good ingredients in them. So we're still kind of test driving things out, but I'll share what we're test driving now, which are these. They're called Wagathas. They're organic dog biscuits. And I'll say we tried these mostly because they came in mostly compostable packaging. So this whole box can be composted. And again, just a very thin layer of plastic on the inside. Again, because the food needs to be shelf stable. I've only ever tried one brand that had no plastic as part of their packaging, but they were insanely expensive. I actually reviewed them in a haul video maybe a year or two ago now. We never repurchased them because it was like $28 for, you know, like this much food. Couldn't do it. So again, still looking for the perfect solution, but Gypsy does like these, but would I repurchase them? Don't know yet, but they are one more sustainable solution for dog treats. All right, last category is toys. So like I said at the beginning, we are minimalists and we do apply that to everything that we get for our dog as well. So we don't have a ton of toys for Gypsy. We do have one basket of toys for her, and we do try and find things that are made from natural materials. So something like this rope toy, this is made from organic cotton. This is also one of her favorites. So this is made of a natural rubber. I'm forgetting the name of this company. Wild One this is from. Again, I'll link it down below, again, with sort of this natural rope on it as well. And then the other one, oh, she took it in the other room. Hold on. This is the other one. This is by far her favorite toy, I would say. And this is by Spunky Pup. It was a bear. It's just missing an arm. What I like about this is that the outside is made of organic cotton, but then the stuffing, I don't know if you can see it, the stuffing is coconut husk. So she really likes to sort of like pull apart and tear apart. And so I don't want her, you know, like chomping on plastic or polyester. So I like that this is a very natural material. And she just loves this thing to death. She will pick this over any toy any day. She loves it. This is also really durable. So one of the things that we try and do, both from a minimalist perspective, but also from a sustainability perspective, is not get toys that are going to get ruined in a day or even a week or 2 weeks. Right? We don't want to be repurchasing things all of the time. So this stands up to some pretty significant games of tug. She loves to like try and pull the arms and the legs off this, and like this is not going anywhere anytime soon. So this is really the only kind of plush toy that we get for her because it lasts so long and because it doesn't have any plastics in it. All right, last up are her food and water bowls. So I feel like there's a lot of food and water bowls out there that are like designed for dogs. And honestly, when we brought Gypsy home, we didn't know we were bringing home a dog that day. It was the sort of thing where like, yeah, we'll go check out this dog, but like, we're definitely not getting a dog yet. Like, we're not ready for that. We're just gonna go meet this dog and see how it goes. And then of course we met her and she stole our hearts and we took her home and we were completely unprepared to have a dog. So I had these 2 bowls that I had thrifted years ago, and I was like, she'll just eat out of these until we get her dog bowls. And then I realized that any bowl is a dog bowl. So we didn't buy anything special, just these 2 thrifted bowls that she's been using since we got her, and they've worked perfectly fine. And that's really all that we have from her. We are very minimal when it comes to buying things for her, and I think she's a happy pup with just the things that we have. Because of the climate that we live in and the type of dog that she is, she doesn't require any jackets or clothing or anything like that. Sometimes if she wants to be fancy, I will share one of my bandanas with her and she'll tie that around her neck. She'll tie it. I'll tie it around her neck for her. But that's kind of it. We don't have many like accessories or anything like that for her. All right, that's it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment. All that stuff really helps my channel a lot, and I would really, really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye, everyone. Gypsy, what are your views on sustainability? That's a really good point. Oh no, it's thundering. Murphy's out guiding. I hope he doesn't get caught in this. Oh, geez Louise. Who is the goodest girl in the world? Good guess. Wow, this thunderstorm. Oh, thank you. Yes, I love you too. Start that over. Okay, cool. Blah. The minimalist in me. That's what I'm trying to say. Bye, everyone.